Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Frozen Turkey Helpline Guy.
Mr. Frozen Turkey Helpline Guy.
You patiently wait by the phones, prepared to help us through our every crisis. A frozen bird, a burnt bird, a frozen burnt bird.
Crispy on the outside.
Your first instructions? Why didn't we read the instructions first?
Reading's overrated.
Step by step, you walk us through the complicated procedure of ditching the turkey and ordering pizza instead.
Or maybe mushy pork.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh guru of the gobbler, because the one thing we're really thankful for is you.
Mr. Frozen Turkey Helpline Guy.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Gangster Rapper Posse member.
Mr. Gangster Rapper Posse member.
Behind every great man, there is a woman. And behind that woman, 14 guys with sideways baseball caps and really baggy pants.
Those pants are giant.
What do you do when you have no talent whatsoever? Attach yourself to someone who does.
But he's a mash nizzle.
Gold tooth, check. Giant gold medallion, check. Royalties from record sales, no check.
Help a brother out.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Baron of the Brown Nose. Then crack open another 13 for the rest of the crew.
Mr. Gangster Rapper Posse member.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today we salute you, Mr. Garden Gnome Maker.
Mr. Garden Gnome Maker.
Anyone can dress up a yard with a shrub or some gladiolas, but it takes real guts to use a small, brightly colored ceramic man.
You're the man.
And what says, welcome to our home, like a dwarf in the hedges?
Standing tall.
Many a night you've slaved over a hot ceramic man maker, knowing somewhere there was a lonely pink flamingo or a cement frog who needed a buddy. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh master of miniatures, because as all Americans know, a home isn't a home without a gnome.
Take me home.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
This Memorial Day, we salute you, Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Never mind charcoal chimneys and easy lighting briquettes. The only way to start a real barbecue is with a gallon of 93 octane and a big book of matches.
Light up the sky.
Who needs eyebrows? You're hungry, and you've got 7 pounds of lamb shanks ready to go.
That's a lot of kebabs.
You don't just defy convention. You defy warning labels and common sense.
Very low IQ.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh prince of the pyrotechnic, because no one makes a backyard mushroom cloud like you.
Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Cartersville, Georgia. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Inflatable Pink Gorilla Maker.
Mr. Giant Inflatable Pink Gorilla Maker.
The automotive industry's most convincing marketing tool, the giant gas-filled Pink Gorilla.
Such a big monkey.
Factory rebates, 0% financing. Poppycock. Nothing sells cars like a helium-happy primate.
You said it, brother.
Why a gorilla? Because who'd buy a car from a dealer with a giant inflatable hamster?
Not gonna buy it.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh king of the automotive jungle. When we say you're the greatest, we're not just blowing hot air.
Mr. Giant, bit of a pink gorilla maker.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Because of you, we'll never be lost in the middle of a dense forest without a little plastic toothpick again.
Won't get lost again.
What's that bulge in my pocket? It's my knife, and my tweezers, and my scissors, and my spoon, and my bottle opener, and my fish scaler,
Take it to the max.
and my leather awl, and my corkscrew, and my nail file, and my paring knife, and my hasp.
What's a half?
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor, because you make our pockets bulge humongously with pride.
Mr. Giant Pocket Knife Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor,
Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor.
a culinary creation that baffles the human mind. A 12,000-calorie salad.
Ah, caramba.
Ground beef, refried beans, guacamole, cheese, sour cream, and if there's any room left, a few shreds of lettuce.
I don't see no lettuce.
Some may ask, is your taco salad healthy? Of course it is. It's a salad, isn't it?
You can eat that deep fried crunchy bowl.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, conquistador of the calorie. You put the feast in fiesta.
Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Grocery Store Cart Wrangler.
Mr. Grocery Store Cart Wrangler.
Any weenie can stock a shelf, but it takes a real man to wrestle an untamed herd of jammed-together grocery carts.
Gotta keep 'em moving.
There are 20 strays in the lot, and weather's setting in. Who's gonna bring those dogies safely back inside?
Who's it gonna be?
The man in the smock and the comfortable shoes. That's who.
Don't knock my smock.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Grocery Store Cart Wrangler. As far as we're concerned, you put the super in supermarket.
Mr. Grocery Store Cart Wrangler.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Hair Gel Overgeller.
Mr. Hair Gel Overgeller.
Less ambitious men stop with 2-in-1 shampoo, but you put in countless hours, tireless dedication, and a 5-gallon drum of industrial adhesive.
Sticky goo.
Like a lacquered hedgehog or oily porcupine, what woman wouldn't want to run her fingers through your razor-sharp stalagmites of hair?
Or is it stalactites?
Wind, water, stray bullets, even repeated hammer blows. Nothing can muss your immovable mane.
I got a hair helmet.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh master of the moose. And while you're at it, crack open another bucket of goo.
Mr. Hair Gel Overgeller.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.